Hey everybody, Mark Adams here. Welcome back. This is our 25th year, celebrating 25 years of incredible workshops. And I have an opportunity to introduce a lot of my premier instructors. And this week, I have an opportunity to talk to John Ressler. Let me just give you a little quick background on John. John has been coming and taking classes here for a number of years, but then he shifted from taking classes to actually teaching classes. But his background is even a little bit more interesting than that. So John, tell me a little bit about what you do currently for a living.
Well, I'm a stair builder by trade. And so we build stairs for mostly residential construction, some commercial work, and do remodeling work as well. But custom stairs, we manufacture all of the parts all the way through installation.
Now, one of the things that I think when people hear about a stair maker, maybe they don't quite understand the scope. Before the recession hit in your heydays, how many employees did you have?
We had 230 employees.
230 employees, and that's making all custom staircases.
Correct.
You're located where?
Sandwich, Illinois.
And most of your work goes throughout all of the world, or mostly in North America?
Years ago, we went all over the world. We had a large market in Japan, a smaller market in Europe. We have stairs in almost every state of the Union. Greenland, Canary Islands, so spread out all over the place.
And they are made out of all kinds of woods, right?
All hardwoods, yes.
Yeah. And mostly curved, or curved attributes to them?
Curved, straight. Curved was our specialty, and still is, but kind of on a different level.
But it's definitely a different level. John's work, his company, which he's an owner of, is probably the best stair making company on earth right now. Now, John, you have another interesting side of things. We have a common friend, which kind of tied us together at one point in time, by the name of Roger Cliff.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about your experience with Roger.
Well, when I was in high school, I've always been a woodworker since I was a little kid, and I just loved it. And I grew up on a farm, and in high school, I purchased a book called Table Saw Techniques by Roger Cliff. And that was my first woodworking book, and I read it cover to cover, and I absolutely loved it and thought this person must be the greatest woodworker on earth. And fast forward, I moved to Illinois, and I get this flyer in the mail that says Table Saw Clinic by Roger Cliff, like 20 minutes from my house. I didn't even know he lived near me, so I had to go because here's my hero. And so I went, and he was a very personable, warm, friendly person, very clear instruction. And at that time, we had about 120 employees, and so we're struggling with safety training and struggling with that growth. And I asked Roger if he would come and work for us on a part-time basis to help us in our machine training, train the trainer programs, safety programs. And so that's how we began our relationship on a business level, which turned into a personal relationship.
And back in those days, Roger and I were good friends. We actually wrote a book together, probably in 1990. So I knew that Roger was doing these things for you because he kept me informed that he was doing it. And he kept saying something about, this guy that runs the place might be interested in coming here. And I think Roger had a lot to do with you taking your very first workshop. Back probably 92, 93, somewhere through there. And that class was with?
That was with Bruce Hoadley,
Dr.
who wrote
Hoadley.
the book Understanding Wood
Finish
and Identifying Wood.
Yeah. And then possibly your second class was?
I believe the second class was guitar making with Frank Finocchio.
Had you ever made a guitar before that point?
No, I had built a banjo kit. And when I got married, I told my wife, when I retire, I'm going to build instruments because I just always had that desire.
Were you already a player at that point?
Oh, yes. I played since I was 12 years old.
Okay. And so you took this first class. Who knows when that was? It was well over 20 plus years ago.
It was in 2000.
And then I think Frank came back another time, and you, I believe, assisted him.
Right. The next class he taught, he asked if I would assist him in the class.
Right. And then by the time you got through the assisting, we realized that you were an incredible guitar maker yourself. By then you had already made a handful of guitars. Yes. And ultimately, you were doing classes for me now on staircase building.
Correct.
And you pitched the idea of letting you do a guitar class, which I was all for. The first class, if I remember correctly, when you showed up, you had already made all the jigs and all the fixtures. You had everything ready to go. So today now, John has also got his 10-year award certificate with us. He's taught here for more than a decade. Today, how many people have made guitars underneath you here at this school?
We've in all of the classes, instrument building classes we've had, because we do mandolin, dulcimer, pick and stick, electric guitar, classical guitar, cutaway guitar.
Done them all.
And there's been nearly 300 students in all of those classes. And many of those students have taken multiple classes.
Yeah, right.
So there's been about 400, 450 instruments built here.
That's absolutely incredible. Tell me a little bit real quick about the class that's going on right now.
We have 12 students, and we're building Orchestra Model, which is a very popular model of guitar for most players today. And the wood, they get a choice of rosewood, mahogany, or walnut back and sides. And the tops come from the Tongass National Forest in Sitka, Alaska. And it's Sitka spruce, very large trees, slow growth because of the rainforest that it's in, which creates a very stiff but light top, which allows the resonance of the top to allow it to vibrate.
And of the guitars that you make, you show many of them. I see you have one right here.
I do, yes.
Could you tell me real quick a little bit about this guitar?
This guitar is a zebra wood, back and sides, a mahogany neck, and a Sitka spruce top, but it's unique because it's called bear claw spruce because it's a highly figured. The same species, but just a figured piece of wood. We have Macassar ebony fingerboard and bridge and head plate, and a nice shell flower beautiful. Rose inlay. This guitar was built, I believe 2 years ago. We did a fundraiser class for the Roger Cliff Memorial Fund, and we had 18 students, and we built this guitar entirely in 2 days. And
I got to clarify this too. Your workshops are not kits. People build them all.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so that's incredible.
So in this first day of class, every person had a task. One person did the inlay, one person made the fingerboard, one person bent the wood, cut the top, made the brace. So we had all these assignments, and then the second day was more demo because 18 people can't do one thing.
Right.
We had it together, and after the class I had about 3 hours left to finish it up.
That's absolutely remarkable. You know, one of our favorite people, John, what is your email address?
Our stair company email address is designedstairs.com. It's DESIGNED, because everyone says design stairs, but they forget the ED. So designedstairs.com. And then I have a guitar website called wrestlerguitars.com.
It's really great, John, to have you here as a part of our program. Hey, check back often because we're going to be doing a lot of interviews with a lot of incredibly talented people. I can't wait to share them with you. Hey, how about doing a song for me?
A singing song or a playing song?
Do the Mark Adams theme song.
Well, I need a capo for that.
That's a great excuse.
So, okay, thank you. It'll be a little bit of love. Mark Adams School of Woodworking.